Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Basic Blokes. Today, we've got a very special episode. It is the end of the year,
Mm-hmm.
and I always find when I get to this time of year, there's a lot of self-reflection, and especially in content creation, you go and you're just like, "Have I reached my goals? Have I been successful? Yeah, have I reached financial freedom playing Call of Duty?"
Have
And
I
usually,
passed the 3 viewer threshold?
have I passed? Have
Have
I
I
got
made
more than
affiliate?
my bot? Yeah. Can I get more viewers than the number of computers in
Yeah.
my house?
Is my mum
The
watching my channel today?
Oh my goodness me! It's like the funny thing about those memes is that there is an absolute truth to them. I can remember seeing. I
Mm.
remember reading Twitch, and it'd be like advice would be like, get your mum and dad to watch your stream for.
Your friends to watch your stream so they can help you boost up your numbers to get your affiliate.
Yes. Oh,
The
you're
good old
so
days.
wise. Oh
Mom, can
man.
you watch my channel? What the fuck for? You're
Okay.
boring.
I put a poll out on TikTok. By the way, you can follow us at Basic Blokes. And we've got some questions from Reddit and Doc to go through. His number one question is: does anyone else like to stream if you have no viewers? Eric, do you like to stream to no viewers?
Fuck no. Who the fuck wants to do that? I'd rather
I
rip
am.
out my toenails out than stream to nobody. It's dead air. Why do you want to stream to dead air?
I always feel like the hey, just stream to no viewers is this band-aid to wrap you
Mm-hmm.
in this soft, comfortable blanket to be like, hey, oh, I'm just doing it because I want to, rather than the actual reason of, oh, I would rather
What?
than accept the reality that no one wants to watch me.
Exactly. So what you need to do, instead of saying I'm streaming because I got no views, you're streaming because you got no views because your content's shit, and
Mm-hmm.
or you're not networking properly. You need to go stop streaming to dead air, create content that's interesting. Then you can generate viewers from that content to watch your stream. Hopefully, work on
If
that.
you if you were to now knowing what you know,
Mm-hmm.
what would you if I came to you and said, look, PS2, I'm getting no viewers, what would your advice to me be?
I would say to you, why do you think you're not getting viewers? I'd say, what's your reasons? Why do you think you're not getting viewers? What would be
Do
your
you think,
reason?
yeah, that's pretty good. Do you think the downfall of like 99% of Twitch streamers, or just streamers in general, there's no, but is that they don't do enough self analysis?
They don't do enough self-analysis, or they're afraid to get out of their comfort zones and try other things, or
Mm-hmm.
they just copy and paste everybody else's. I see a lot of people who are failing because they're not willing to try something different because they already think they're afraid of failure. You know how many times I had to fail to get where I'm going now? Hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. People are afraid to fail or put egg on their face to try something different. They're just comfortable in their own zone. And also a lot of streamers, I think, feel that I'm just going to play what everyone else is playing, and they should all just come and watch me. There's a lot of self entitlement as well. To a lot of streamers who have a bit of self entitlement, which they shouldn't have. Be humble, work hard, make the content, do networking. A lot of people just don't do it. They just turn the like button and think people are just going to flood in the fucking floodgates. That's still that same mentality. Oh, play all these games and no one's coming to you. Why do you think? Maybe because you're fucking boring. Streaming's not for everybody. You might be
I mean,
fucking boring.
it's
It's
a
the
tough pill
harsh.
to swallow.
It is a hard pill to swallow. Some people just don't realize it because they got people and friends and family. Oh no, you're really good. You're really good. Streaming is not for everybody. If you're not interactive in your streams, if you're not reading your chat on your streams, you are not playing the latest games in streams, or you're not trying to make it, or you're not trying to constantly evolve, then you're dead in the water. You're going to be. Let's just say this right now, right? A year ago, if you had 3 viewers and you're still streaming now after a year and nothing's changed, stop streaming. Stop fucking streaming.
I agreed. All right, I'm going to move on to our next question because we have a few, right? Okay, so there's
Yeah.
another one on Reddit came up, right? And this was people who make their VODs sub only do not care about their fans. Now, the context for this was that the individual runs a gaming tournament channel and he cuts up the VODs and then
Mm.
he makes them private. And then if people want to get the VODs after the stream to watch the games that casted,
Mm.
they have to pay for them. What's your thoughts on this?
He's trying to make some money out of what he's doing. He's putting some hard work in there. I don't think. It's a do or die situation with the sub only VODs. If it's a way of making, if you're actually making revenue out of it, then good luck to you. That's great. That's the whole concept of streaming online. But when people want to say, "Oh, I just want to do it because it's fun," and those same people are the ones who go, "Don't do a fucking channel." So people are trying to make ways of making revenue out of it. That's the whole concept of streaming. You're trying to make money out of it. Don't bullshit people. I try to make money out of this. I'm trying to do something with it. So this person's trying to make money out of it. Good luck to them. If they're making money out of it, good luck to them. And if you want to watch the videos, then fucking sub to his channel and get part of the VOD.
Yeah, I think a lot of viewers are very self-entitled and think that everything in the world should be free. It's just, if anyone who has done any form of content creation knows the absolutely immense amount of hours that you pour into it to get everything done, let alone a tournament channel, and to have people come like, hey, this should be free as well, is a bit like, come the fuck on. And it's always there's always this shit excuse of, oh, I don't know what the streamer is like, they might be rubbish and therefore I might waste my money, which might be a valid rationale for it,
but I'm sure there's other content out there with that is free that they can watch and they can make their own validation over that. But I've done tournaments, and I know you've done tournaments. It's not easy. You're running a tournament. You're trying to get stuff there. You're trying to organize people. You're trying to organize the times. You're watching all this. Then you're editing the videos. So, of course, for your time and effort, you put hours of effort, if not days of effort, into that. Of course, you want to make a couple of bucks out of it. And if they can make a couple of bucks out of it, stop your bitching. Pay the $5. I'm sure it's probably reasonable too. It's probably $5 or $10. Pay the fee. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So... agreed. So moving on to our next question. Right,
yes, and I'm going to be hard on you.
The next question is, how do you get people to stick around for a stream? Now,
take your clothes off. Seems to be working.
Yes, produce more artistic news. So, if you can't get scantily clad on your stream, like, what are you doing at the moment to get people to stick around?
I think TikTok is a bit of a different thing. I think what's amazing about TikTok is people are amazed that I talk back at them. No, honestly, TikTok is just a shitfest of people wanting gifts. So when I react to people are surprised. Like, oh, what? So I think interaction is key. Interaction is key. Try to be interactive. Try to be entertaining. The best way you think you can do, and use anything you want. Use gimmicky stuff. If someone says, "Oh, that's gimmicky," who the fuck cares if it's gimmicky? Is it bringing people in to watch you? If there's something that is a talent that you might, even if you think is the most mundane talent that you have, you might be the only person who can crack their wrists or bend a certain appendage weirdly. Do that. Any talent you think you got, show it off in your stream. You never know; it might blow up. You never know. But I think being interactive is key. People need to be interactive as fuck. Talk to your people. Don't be some ignorant shit who just sits there and plays games and think no one's watching me.
What's the most gimmicky thing you've done?
Taking my clothes off. I do voices. People love my voices. I do random voices. And I think I've got a good... And also, people like my sense of humor. Like, people like my sense of humor, my random humor, and my gift of the gab. I like to chat too. And I like chatting with people. I really love chatting to people. I think chatting to people who are in the chat, I think that's what people are looking for. Most of the 9 times out of 10, people are looking for someone they can talk to. So if you can talk back to your channel and treat them with respect and treat them nicely and don't treat them like dollar signs, they'll come back again. And once you get the rapport with them and they become regular, then bleed them dry for money.
I'm going through Reddit right now, and fucking some of the stuff comes in these posts. Like, gold isn't in the popular ones that everyone's talking. It's the downvoted ones that are really fucking shit. Like this one. Okay, agree or disagree? 0 live views does not define you as a streamer.
0 live views.
Yeah, if you're getting 0 viewers, does that mean that you're a shit streamer?
Yeah.
Oh man, straight from the fucking horse's mouth.
What do you mean? If you're not getting views, then what the fuck are you doing wrong?
So let's have a look what they said. So I know a lot of you believe you are bad at streaming, but I don't believe that is true at all. We all start somewhere, and a lot of us have a hard time finding community or support for our streams. Just because you have zero views does not mean you are bad at streaming. It takes time, especially when you are new to streaming. I got to streaming Twitch, and I didn't think it was for me because I'm autistic, and it is sometimes hard for me to speak to others, but streaming on Twitch has helped me a lot. And as I learned more about the ins and outs of Twitch, I got better at finding me once on Twitch. So if you think you are not worth it as a streamer, then let me say I don't believe that is true. But hey, everyone has a right to feel that way they feel.
In layman's terms, I think everyone who starts off will find it difficult. All right, so they're gonna. But if you want to do it, if you are serious about streaming and you're not getting the views, then you need to find out what's the reasons why you're not getting the views. Instead of, I think that's the worst problem is people go no views, but they don't do anything about it. They keep doing the same thing, either not networking, playing the same games, and not interacting or not sharing that they're going live or making offline content. They just go live for long periods of time and expecting things to change for them, hoping things change for them. I feel like if they are not streaming, they feel like they're losing the viewers or the potential viewership. And I think that's the problem is people aren't willing to educate themselves and learn. Because like I said, when I first started, I was green and I had to learn a lot of things. And it's a constantly learning thing. And you got to learn. And if you don't learn, then you're going to be still doing the same mistakes as you did a year ago. And that's how a lot of people quit because they're not willing to learn. The streams go shit and they just will pack it up.
I have a really controversial question. I'm not sure if I should ask it. It's just come up as a post. Okay. Do you think you should stream if you have mental health issues?
I think it could be a yes and no. I think if people have mental health issues, it might be a way of them dealing with their mental health issues. But there's a grey area. You might have some severe mental issues, and then you might have some trolls that might trigger you. It's a really hard question to ask, but I know a lot of people in the past. I even know some friends who actually go through some mental health issues are finding it is their way of handling it. Like they like gaming and it takes their mind off other things. And that's great. I'm glad it helps them. But maybe some people out there, it can do the complete opposite, make it worse because of trolling. Because people can be really harsh and mean online. I mean, I've dealt with trolls. I've dealt with really nasty people. And so I think there's a yes and a no answer to that. So I think it's helped some people out there with their mental health and it's made it maybe worse for others. So that's my answer, if it's clear enough.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very good way of addressing the topic, I should say. I'm just going to, before we wrap up, I'm just going through the job that I do, digital marketing and content share. And I'm literally reading Twitch. If you post on our Twitch, I want you to take this into your brains because the questions in there are just an absolute sea of horseshit. Like they are just like this.
What's the worst one you've seen so far? We're gonna have a look at it.
They're just not about the important things that matter to growing a stream. And
what does it matter? What does it matter to you? Let's hear it from the horse's mouth, Dom. What matters to you growing a stream? What do you think are the most important things that you should do when growing a stream?
The most important thing is self-analysis, looking at your own content and going, is this interesting? And also, more importantly, knowing and analyzing your demographic and going, your ICP or the people that you want to relate with. And you're going, what type of content do they like to consume? Have I reverse engineered if I looked at the individual that is streaming that likes to watch stuff, have I searched as that person? Have I got the type of content that is being delivered to their feed? Am I looking at, is it getting views or not? And then looking at your own content and going, I'm creating this. Am I speaking enough here? Is it exciting enough? Is it following the same sort of pattern as everyone else? Is there even enough bandwidth and traffic for me on the actual platform that I am? Is the platform doing enough work for me? I still feel like a lot of content streamers at the moment are trying to shoehorn Twitch and make it work when realistically the odds just aren't in their favor. They're just not making it easy for themselves, right? There are platforms out there now that will alleviate a lot of the pressure that creators have, which is distribution, which is getting in front of those eyeballs. Because at the end of the day, you want to, you need a source of traffic to be able to go. You need people to come in and say, your content is shit, I don't want to watch it, to be able to make those small incremental changes that eventually lead to you making something good. And YouTube is great for that. TikTok is great for that. Twitch is not great for that. Like sitting, if
Or
no
Kick.
one ever, pardon?
Or Kick.
Or Kick. Yeah,
Twitch and
Kick
Kick are pretty much. Kick and Twitch are identical.
I'm a strong believer now that Kick and Twitch, even though as popular, they are just the way of the dodo. Like it's a very old school way of doing with things, and and that's reflected in the fact that there's still no discoverability on the platform. They struggle to, like, they're always constantly juggling revenue and finding ways to make money and so on. And yet you've got platforms like which are making huge amounts of money and huge amount of success, and taking people like yourself who have, been working, who have been doing things in like the old-fashioned way for a very long time, made that transition, and have grown a lot of success off of it, without, I think, to be fair, making massive groundbreaking changes to who you are and how you yourself.
I haven't made any massive groundbreaking changes, but I brought what I've learnt from Twitch that everyone else is doing and moved it over to TikTok, changed a few things, and it's working tenfold for me. So I think the problem with a lot of people is they get the TikTok or the YouTube and use as an outlet to funnel the people into their Twitch, and actually not using those platforms themselves to just use more. Because if you think about it, YouTube's great because you can stream on there. When you're done, your VOD's there, and you can do short form content, you can do videos, and it's all just there. And there's discoverability there if the videos are done well. Same thing with TikTok. I love the concept of TikTok where I can make 10-minute videos, half-hour videos, 30-second videos, and stream on there as well. That's why TikTok has worked well for me, because even if I'm not streaming, there is content that I've already made, short form or long form, ready to go, ready to watch, and get follows. Whereas Twitch doesn't do that, Kick doesn't do that. They rely on you to go live all the time and make that, and try to get this discoverability. And then you got to use other platforms to promote it. It's just, like you said, the way of the dodo.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And on that note, I think we will wrap up the show. So thank you, everyone, for watching this week. We'll be back with more content soon. The podcasts are coming fast and furious. If you have any topics that you would like us to cover, any questions, then let us know in the comments. But until then, have a great week, everyone, and we'll be back with more Basic Blokes very soon.
Bye for now.